Hello, I'm Robert McKay. The channel is Whiskey for Beginners. If the title cards didn't convince you, then let me tell you that I am a thorough amateur. This is a thoroughly amateur production. Maybe one day it'll be better, but right now it is as it is. It's not, don't say it is what it is. That is just saying the obvious. I believe the fancy word is tautology. I'm not sure. But of course it is what it is. It certainly isn't what it is. You don't say, you would never think, oh, it is what it isn't. So anyway, that's a whole nother deal. Been a while since I've made any videos. I'm sorry. My voice was perfectly fine until I started making the video. Uh, Today, I haven't made any videos in a while. I've explained previously that I have to work around my wife's schedule. She works around mine, and so I don't get to make them at all regularly. The one I'm making today, Christmas Day as it happens, is in answer to this question. Do I have a whiskey rating scale? And I do. It's very hick. I'm a hick. If you can't tell by listening to me that I'm a hick, then I feel sorry for you. And I'm going to give this to you, not for you to copy, although if it works for you, fine, feel free to use it. But to give you some idea of how you can do a rating scale if you want to. You don't have to do one. You don't have to have one of your own. You may just want to know, is it good whiskey? Is it bad whiskey? Will I like it? Will I not like it? And if you're not writing reviews, then you may not need to, or recording reviews, you may not need to have such a scale. But I have one that I've developed over these past couple of years. I think it came to this final form back in the spring, maybe the summer of this year, 2023. And it has 8 levels going from bottom to top. There's bad, poor, Poor, poor. I have to work to not say it Southern style. Mediocre, okay, good, fine, right fine, and mighty fine. And as I say, this is a hick scale. Outside the South, I don't think you're going to hear somebody say that something is right fine. I don't know if they still do. Up in Maine, they used to say that something was the finest kind. If you ever watched the MASH movie, you'll hear Hawkeye say finest kind because he was from Maine. Although the actors who played Hawkeye in the movie and on TV sure didn't sound like Maine. But those are the eight rankings from bottom to top, and each one corresponds to a certain level on a star scale, a 5-star scale, or a 10 scale. You can have 3 out of 10, or a 100 scale, 12 out of 100, what have you. The lowest one, bad, is equal to 0.625 stars, less than 1 star. Remember, I have 8 levels. We're comparing it to a 5-star scale. Or 12.5%, which is 12.5 out of 100. And if you're going by a 10 scale, a percentage, you just move the decimal place to my left 1 point. So 12.5% would be 1.25 out of 10. And all these numbers have the same principle behind them, so you can do the same thing all the way up. Poor, the second level, is 1.25 stars, or 25%. Mediocre is 1.875 stars, 37.5%. The fourth level, okay, 2.5 stars, 50%. Fifth is good, 3.125 out of 5 stars, 62.5 out of 100, 62.5%. Or 6.25 out of 10. The sixth is fine, 3.75 stars, 75%. 7 is right fine, 4.375 stars, or 87.5%. And then the highest, mighty fine, is all 5 stars, all 100%, all 10 out of 10. Now that, as I say, works for me. And when I first put it together, I didn't have it divided up by, I didn't know the star rating or the 10 out of, or the how many out of 10 rating. I just put these levels together as they worked for me, and then realized other people go by the 5 stars or by the 10 out of 10, what have you. And so I worked that out. You can do it however you want. You don't have to do it, as I've said. But if you do want, you can do the 5 stars. This whiskey is only 1 star, only half a star. This whiskey's 4 out of 5 stars, or 4.5, however you want to do it. Or this whiskey, it's so bad it's like a 2 out of 10. Or this other whiskey is 80 out of 100, however you want to do it. On the Bourbon Real Talk channel on YouTube, Randy and whichever guest he has at the time use a 100 scale. They'll say 92 out of 100, what have you. That would be the same as 9.2 out of 10. But that's my scale that I've given to you. It works as I've described. And usually a whiskey is going to wind up anywhere between okay or fine. Those three there, okay, good, and fine, are right in the middle. And that's where you would expect most whiskeys to fall, is right in the middle. Because the really bad ones aren't going to be too many. The really great ones aren't going to be too many. They call it a bell curve because it goes like that, kind of the shape of a bell. And most are going to fall into that middle, the highest part of the bell curve. But you can do whatever scale you want. You don't have to do a rating scale at all. It's entirely up to you. As for me, I'm done with the video. And so never knowing how to end a video, and I'm playing on my keyboard even as I talk, doing things with my notes. Since I never know how to end a video, I'm going to try to put together a standard ending, and for this one, I'm going to give it this whirl. See how it works. That's Whiskey for Beginners today. I hope that whether you're a beginner or not a beginner, you enjoy your whiskey. And I thought I hit the button.